Hello, I found something new audiophile label, at least to me, a new audiophile label. I don't know how it is with you. Maybe now you say, oh Michael, how come that you don't know it? I know it since years. Maybe, but for me, I was totally without any information about this label. Probably some of you have recommended it in the comments, and I've overread it, or I have no idea why, because we are talking about quite a great audiophile label. I'm so surprised. I got my first 2 copies from them. We go into them right now, and wow, what a great output, and what a great pressings, at least the ones I've got so far. And maybe we start with the first title I talk about. I'm talking about Sarah Vaughan. Sarah Vaughan in Berlin, at the Berlin Philharmonie in 1969. And maybe we go briefly into the output of this French label called The Lost Recordings. They have Gillespie, they have Bill Evans, Stan Getz, Ella Fitzgerald. They have a classical pianist I go into a bit. And Bill Evans, did I say Bill Evans? Outstanding. All of those recordings are live recordings, which isn't something bad. And all of those recordings, as it seems, has beautiful jackets in a dark night blue with gold foil, name of the artist in front of it, gatefold cover. I mean, you can see it here. Really well made. They are hand numbered in front of it. My number is 1969, which of course is a beautiful number for this record because it was recorded in 1969. When it comes to this recording, the lacquer cut is from Kevin Gray. It's pressed over at Optimal, and this is for sure my favorite pressing from Optimal so far. So they can do it. They can do great outstanding audiophile pressings. When it comes to this release, once more, for example, like when Ella Fitzgerald, those Berlin recordings, which came out a year ago, I think, shows that in this area, in the 60s, late 60s, performances in Berlin have been quite special due to the political situation. I don't want to go too deep in this, but I think A, the audience, and B, the artists. I'm quite sure that singing, playing in Berlin has been quite something special in this divided city at this time. And you feel it. The Sarah Vaughan is at a high point. It's a gorgeous recording. It's top notch from A to Z. Great one. What you also get when it comes to this release is you get a beautiful inner sleeve. This is maybe the only small downside. They don't put in a polylined inner sleeve. I of course changed them. I gave them my archival sleeves from Vinyl Storage Solution. Then you get a digital high-res download file. You don't need to try it because this one is already taken, not from me, of course. And I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that a label with this output, with this artists, again, Evans, Monk, Fitzgerald, Vaughan, Gillespie, and the ones I forget now, this is quite something. Although those are, of course, all live recordings, But then again, come on, we have learned up until to now that live recordings from this artist can be outstanding. And I don't know why haven't I heard about this label? Probably my own fault, but also a bit of the label. And then I thought of something. There's another French label, the French record company, and they put out this outstanding, incredible, beautiful Debussy album. You know, they go a similar road than the Electric Recording Company does, and those are not gone within 10 minutes, although quality-wise, maybe when it comes to this jacket, it's even a bit above, even a bit above about the Electric Recording Company. They weren't sold out that fast, and there is no quality difference if you compare the timelines of those two labels at that point between them and the Electric Recording Company. Again, a French label. Maybe the French label should think about using today's possibilities of making people know of their products a bit more serious. Maybe that's one of the reasons. I just also want to talk about a second release I got from the Lost Recordings, and this is and after this one, a very special thing they offer. Maybe I said now I put a link to the website in the comments below, and look it up. I go into it a little more. Let's talk about this one briefly. I'm talking about Émile Gilels. Émile Gilels is a pianist, and he was born in Russia/Ukraine, died in 1985 in Moscow. And here we have a beautiful live concert from 1976, and now I will probably butcher the place it took place. Those are the unreleased recital at the Concertgebouw in 1976. On this release he plays Ludwig van Beethoven, Johann Brahms, Robert Schumann, Sergei Prokofiev and Siloti. Again, a stunning, beautiful sounding release from Émile Gilels. They even did a 7-disc box set, and again it's we have 2,000 copies of it. Most of the releases from this Lost Recordings, because they do now for nowadays incredible small amounts, 2,000 is not much anymore, are quite hard to get. Go over to their website. They don't even only offer vinyl, they also offer them on CD or high-res downloads if you're into that kind of stuff. And that's quite something very special. I haven't heard of that either. Maybe some of you have had experience with that stuff. They offer lacquer cuts from their releases. Then you can choose between options, an American way of doing it, Japanese way of doing it, but they're quite expensive. So they produce one lacquer for you of these releases, and they say that this is something very, very special. Maybe if some of you can shed some light on it, if that is worth the money. If you take the Japanese variations, they are around 600 euros, which is of course quite something. But maybe this Sarah Vaughan is maybe even worth that, because this is an outstanding album, outstanding. I think they have a great Stan Getz live recording, which is about to come. So if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into audiophile music or pressings, if you're into jazz live recordings, then you probably know it, and you are not as stupid as me. But if you are in the same position as me, like me, you really will be surprised. You really will be surprised about this outstanding recordings. And one more thing, I wasn't with the Sarah Vaughan, but with the Gilels. first listening I did not clean it, and on the Gilels I got some pops and clicks, and then I again stopped the listening and gave it a good cleaning, and that changed a lot. So cleaning gets more and more important in my opinion. Was quite a different listening, because these clicks and pops when you listen to a piano can be quite annoying. So, what have I forgotten? I hope not too much. New Audiophile Label, and of course that they do that in similar jackets. Imagine you have a couple of hundred or 10 or 15 or whatever of them will be beautiful on the shelf, I'm quite sure. So, to me that was quite exciting to find a new Audiophile Label. Was surprising, very happy about it. Did you know them? Tell me, let's discuss. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you are happy with the video, and see you on my next one. Bye.